everyone. I want to talk about the paralysis of what if.
Greetings! This infinite source truth is made possible by the generous contributions and support of viewers like you. Please consider making a contribution now. Thank you.
Some of you are paralyzed from making choices. Well, actually not making choices, making a choice. But you are paralyzed by the thought of what if? If I do this, what if it fails? What if it doesn't go the way I planned? What if this person says no? What if you get it? So because of your fear of rejection, your fear of loss, your fear of failure, your fear of whatever, you try to play it safe. And by playing it safe, you stay in that same script, that same trap that you have always fallen into. Because being uncomfortable and risking things not turning out the way you desire them to, you just throw the whole idea away instead of really looking at the potentials of that thing and whether it is something that would be beneficial for you to proceed upon. Now, some of you have everything that you need right now to venture forth on a business plan, a marketing plan, retirement. You have everything that you need. You have made plans. You have a good foundation, and you want to make that choice. But the fear, the potential of loss or failure or possible humiliation holds you back. Now, if that's what's going on, you need to get to the root of those things. If humiliation is the issue, well, that's pretty much an ego issue and a subconscious issue that you're going to have to work through on what it is, why you think that what everybody else thinks is so important. Now, I realize that sometimes people can make lives pretty miserable, and they let you know it. From how they judge you or how you're different or how you stand out, they can come at you and critique you or judge you or say whatever about you. But now, how sure are you in who you are and what their thoughts and what they're saying, what does that mean to you and how does that affect you? And that's a good gauge to determine where you are on your subconscious work and your subconscious programming and removing some of that deeply rooted programming that's still there. The fear of failure. Well, you don't want to get into any relationships because there's always a risk there with a relationship that, well, that person will reject you. Or maybe you have been married and you were rejected, and so therefore you're never going to risk another relationship again. And so you close a lot of doors, possibly even isolating yourself. Now, I've always said isolation is never beneficial for a source player. You still have to be in the game and live the game and experience in the game. It's the choices that you make within your now day that create your future path and choices that you will have and experiences that you will experience down the way. Fear of loss, judgment, all of these things. What is the real root? Know thyself. What is the real root of these things that you are not willing to act on those things that you really, really want to because you don't have the confidence or you're fearful that maybe a relationship will not be a reciprocated thing. Know your feelings, why you're feeling what you're feeling. Get to the root of it. Whenever you start feeling dejected or saddened or any of these emotions that are draining and discouraging, you need to find the root cause of them. It's within you. See, all of these feelings and emotions are inside jobs. It's because your perception. You think you need this, this, and this to make you happy, when happiness is a choice, regardless of whatever circumstances that you are experiencing. And you can be in a bad situation and handle it differently than you had previously handled it, and get some joy and satisfaction out of the fact that, this was a great test because now I can see that how much I have grown because I'm not overly worried, overly concerned. I am not responding the way, reacting to a certain event or experience the way you have always reacted before. So allowing the what ifs, and I'll say the what ifs because those scenarios that you're playing through your mind, the possibilities, there are both good possibilities and not so great possibilities, but they're all experiences. And choosing what path you choose from freedom of worry and fear and overly concerned about taking risks. Life is a risk. And if you always play it safe and in the comfort zone, then you lose the opportunity to know thyself even greater and to experience even greater experiences and missing out on so many things. So if you're examining the what ifs and the negative side of the page is really getting you down, then you also need to look at the what ifs on the positive side. What do you have to lose and what do you have to gain? And if the foundation is there, you have worked and you've created the foundation for travel, for retirement, for moving, for whatever. If you have the foundation there and the resources are there for you to do this, then you need to ask yourself, why are you paralyzed with the what ifs? You have the talents, you have the abilities, you have the financial backing, you have everything that you need, and yet you still cannot take that first step of stepping out and going in the direction of that thing that you want to create or experience. Now, given all of that, then you need to ask your source self, is it beneficial? Is it beneficial for you? Is this something that will add to your experience, that will add to your life, that will add to your game? And if you get a yes, you need to ask it in many ways. Formulate that question many different ways. Look for signs. Look for signs that the doors are opening for you, and then start walking through them. It will never be just a one answer. For the big things in life, it will never be just one answer. You just don't pick up your pendulum and swing it and say, is this, source? Is this the direction you want me to go? Because you see, even at the highest frequency, you can still influence your pendulum to give you what your mind wants the answer to be rather than what is best for you. And because you get a yes, it may be a go ahead, but the timing may not be the right time. There might need to be more preparation made or better planning, putting more things in line for this thing to happen. So, I guess the biggest question here is, are the what ifs getting in your way? And why do you have that, but what if mentality? That's a subconscious programming. You need to examine why it's there. And is it serving you or is it getting in the way? Know thyself. What makes you tick? Why you choose what you choose? Know thyself. Some of you have big dreams, but big dreams don't come without making some big choices and, in most cases, big sacrifices. We are a microwave society. We like the easy button. We want to slap that thing and have things happen at a snap of the fingers. We want to be at the top of the game without having to put in all the time and effort to climb the mountain and maturity to experience those things that we so desire. You can do this. You can make the best choices for yourself in your game and experience the kind and type of life that you so desire. But you have to do the work. It's not just going to manifest without your intent and putting some steps to that walk and that path. Focused intent on the path and doing and making the steps that it takes to get there. You can do this. You absolutely can. Now, if you find the work that I've done within the Matrix and the information that I share to be a benefit to you, then it benefits you to say thank you with a gift via PayPal. The link is in the description box below. Abundance, health, and prosperity to you.